Yeah, let's just go in order about, of course, together.
Broncos. Let's just get this there.
I don't agree with this. I think you lose to the Texans.
Oh, we'll beat their ass again. We already beat them once.
Didn't they beat them again? Mills?
Why did CJ leave that game? Because we beat his ass.
You want to play the Steelers. You want to play the Steelers.
Yeah, dude, I definitely want to.
Because you're afraid. Dude, you better pray the Chargers don't upset the Patriots, because then
the Broncos can beat the Chargers. They have a tough time against them. I was just watching because I'm working on a Broncos video, and the Broncos Colts game. I forgot Will Lutz missed a field goal at the end of that game that only kept that 2-point lead for the Broncos.
Sure.
Against the Chargers, Denver gave up a touchdown, and then they couldn't move the ball on offense, and then they gave up a field goal drive. Rough.
Yeah.
Anyway, who do you think? Where do we want to start? Texans, Steelers?
No, let's do. Let's just start. Let's just go in order and do Rams, Panthers.
Oh, is that the first game?
It's first game. That's tomorrow. So this is on paper, right? You think I mentioned this during the prediction? It feels like the Rams should win this football game, right?
Yeah.
If you just look statistically, the Rams are blowing them out of the water. They have a top 10 offense. They're number 1 in passing. They're number 1 in scoring. They're number 7 in rushing offense, right? Their defense, nothing to shake your finger at either. They're top 10 in points allowed. And the Panthers, they are not. So they're 26th in passing, at 19th in rushing, 27th in points. And then on defense, they're like a top 15 defense, right? In passing and also in points allowed. They're 20th in rush. It just feels like the Rams are the better football team on paper. However, they just played a few weeks ago, and the Panthers were able to get a 3-point win. And they were, they ran the ball on them. I think they got 160 rushing yards on the ground. And on top of that, they forced 3 turnovers. Stafford threw 2 picks. There was also a fumble. And Bryce Young threw 3 touchdowns. He was really good in that football game. The Panthers have to play perfect.
One of those picks Stafford threw was a pick 6. So they got a defensive score in that game as well.
So that's, I think, the Panthers to have a shot here, playing at home. They're playing outside. They just have to play perfect football. And I'm going to say this, dude, when we watched the Rams against the Falcons, holy crap, man. Stafford couldn't stop turning the ball over. It was ugly. And they were able to claw their way back into that game. Obviously, they lost. But getting Devontae Adams back, that's going to be a big one. But also the Panthers, they're getting guys back, especially on defense, who weren't playing the last time that the Rams and Panthers met up. So it is very possible. I just feel like the Rams are the more balanced, stronger team.
Yeah.
But who knows, man? I mean, this season, if the playoffs start with the Panthers knocking off the Rams, chaos, man. Let it all rain. Let's go.
Yeah. Will that happen? I want it to.
Just for chaos?
Just for chaos sake. And Stafford got a Super Bowl. Okay, so I don't have to pull for Stafford to get another one. Although I wouldn't mind seeing Stafford get a second ring, ensure himself in the Hall of Fame. The curse wheel did take the Rams. So for the curse wheel's legacy, I want the Panthers to win. It's going to be very difficult, though. But it's the playoffs, and it is an anything can happen year, and
that's what I'm talking about, Benjamin.
The playoffs are always there's always an upset. Wildcard weekend every year there's an upset, but yeah, I just the Rams. The Rams are just a very good football team. They're not like a very good football team with one big tragic flaw, right? It's not like the Bills where you go, okay, they're giving up 200 rushing yards every game.
Correct. Right. Yes.
The Bears defense giving up a lot of points, a lot of yards, but the Bears defense been very opportunistic.
Correct.
I'm trying to think the Eagles, their offense just disappears for times. The Niners, they've got an injured defense that you can score against. So the Panthers are getting a bad matchup, even though they did beat the Rams earlier.
Yeah. Aaron, I don't think that's going to happen. I want Halfley to stay just one more year. Mike is OC, though. You're not going to hear me complain.
Yeah. So I'll leave it on the Rams. I think the Rams will win.
I think the Rams have the best shot. But yeah, man.
They have a shot, and they have a shot to just embarrass Carolina, too.
I mean, because the way that Carolina has gotten into the playoffs, right? I say this as a team who has lost 4 straight going into the postseason. Like their offense just is not looked great, and it just
no,
it's not great. So
I did reference Michael Jackson in his Super Bowl halftime performance. There's only one Michael Jackson playing in the NFL playoffs, and he plays for Carolina. My new mission: get Michael Jackson back to the Super Bowl. Come on, Carolina. And Carolina is 100% the team I would want to play in the Super Bowl as a Broncos fan again. The Super Bowl rematch nobody wants, Broncos Panthers.
It's accurate. It is accurate. Yeah, right, Junior. So, yeah, you're picking against the curse wheel, by the way.
Officially, yes. But I still believe in magic.
Panthers might have in the bag. You might. All right, Saturday night, Bears Packers. Oh my God, dude. This is going to be a game. Here's what I'm worried about. It's both defenses, right? The Bears have the lowest ranked defense in points allowed heading into the playoffs out of all 14 teams. They're ranked 23rd, and you could score on them. However, Bears getting healthier at the right time, right? DJ Moore should be playing. Romo Dunze, who didn't play the last time. Luther Burden's going to be playing. That is going to be really difficult for the Packers secondary to stop because their secondary is not good. Their corner room is not good.
Kyler Gordon will be back for Chicago, right?
What was that?
Kyler Gordon's in there, right?
Yep. So I think he was in practice this week. So that's my concern. The way that the Bears, the Bills, the Packers, the 49ers are going to make any noise in this postseason is their offense, right? Their offense has to ball out. Jordan Love, he cleared concussion protocol even before this past Sunday. He has not played since that Bears game where he got knocked out with the concussion, right? I think a healthy Jordan Love, that bodes well. I think Josh Jacobs, who's been banged up, that
you think having your starting quarterback back is a good thing?
I know, crazy, right? And considering the last time they played against Chicago, they weren't able to get a ton of pressure, right? They brought down Caleb Williams once, was brought back for a face mask. Everything had to go wrong in that game for the Packers to lose. And they had Malik Willis going. So I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be more reminiscent of their first matchup, except obviously with no Micah Parsons at this point. It could be a shootout, but I like the Packers. I think they got a shot here. I think they can score on this defense. So
I think there's this weird thing with like divisional matchups in the playoffs where I don't think teams want to play each other again for a third time. But because of that, I think those games are the most like coin flip type outcomes where it's just really hard to predict. Even if one team like swept the other team going into the playoffs, like I hate that. Like that scares me more than if there were one team clearly better than the other one. Like if you swept that team and you're the better team, something just feels like it's going to be weird, and you're gonna lose that game because that other team has played you twice already. This game to me is the most I don't know game of the weekend.
It's a tough one.
Like I have the Bears selected just because I think Jordan Love being out for as long as he had isn't the best thing for the Packers. I wish he would have, that concussion sucks.
He doesn't have a freaking brace on his left hand anymore. That's kind of nice. Like
getting him back. Like I wish he would have been able to just play a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great game, man. Ashley would have fitted. I don't think coaches should have term limits. I think it's honestly just you have like 3 to 4 year contracts, and then you play it as it goes. You do good, you get extended. You don't, you get fired. That's just personally. I don't think that they need limits for that. The problem is just when you see like coaches who have obviously not done a great job just get more and more and more opportunities and then new guys don't. That's more of the issue, and that is a very difficult problem to try and solve.
My question about Jordan Love is, can he lay off the weed, Tom?
Poser.
USA.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
USA.
Look at how high he looks.
What are you doing?
Look at how high Jordan Love looks.
He looks like he's upset. Dude, did you see Jordan Love from Sunday? He had his helmet on the sideline all game.
Is that Perk? Is that Perk all Love? You guys got
man
Perk
who just
Rogers
watched
back in
Clayton
the day.
Tune like try to have throw -7 net passing yards. That's what that face is.
That face is so funny to me. Almost as funny as this face.
I literally saw that again before we went live, and I was like, man, we haven't pulled that one up in a bit.
Yeah, it's there.
All right, let's jump on over to the AFC. Jaguars Bills. I really wish that was the Monday night game, man.
We didn't do Eagles Niners.
Yeah, I was just going in order.
You're gonna go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. We can do that. It doesn't really matter.
I think the Jags are gonna beat the Bills.
I think the Jaguars are gonna win.
Pains me to say it because I'm rooting for Buffalo. Again, like as a Broncos fan, I don't really want to play either of those teams. But I think Denver would have a better chance against the Bills. The Jags are actually 2-0 against the Bills in the playoffs. That doesn't matter. Like those historical stats don't ever actually matter because teams are completely different. There's absolutely, like, you know what I mean? But we like them. We like to bring them up. Trevor Lawrence has just been very freaking good the last like 6 to 8 weeks.
Sure.
Josh Allen, he's insane. We know that. We know there's going to be some magic in this game, but the Bills, so much of their offensive success has come this season on running the ball well. And if the Jags eliminate that, I don't know if the Bills have the receiving power to hang with them. Now, I think so much of their production will be through Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, honestly, but
it's true, JD.
I don't know.
So here's what's interesting, man, is I did pick the Jaguars because the Bills right now, they are the best team in football at running the ball.
Yes.
They are the number one rushing offense. The Jaguars have the number one rushing defense. Yeah. So like that is going to be so much fun to play out. And right now, and I had to look at this the Bills currently have the number one ranked passing defense in the NFL. I had to look like 8 times to be like, we're 100% sure here. Yeah.
But I don't know if they have that because teams just run the ball so effectively against Buffalo.
Great point.
That's like,
a great point.
At that too, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yes.
When I watch this defense, I'm like, something's wrong with it.
Yes.
How is that possible?
So they're top 15 still. They're 12th in points allowed, right? So it's like they still have a solid overall, but their run defense is atrocious.
30th. I believe it's 30th, right?
So it's 28th. Yeah, it's right around there. So I think just going forward and looking, if they can get ETN going on the ground, right? Even if like their secondary is, causing some problems for them. I just like the Jaguars at home. And it just feels like when the Bills are going to need, that deep threat wide receiver to step up. I don't know if that guy's there. I don't know.
The Jags, their run game, you got to defend ETN. You got to worry about Bashal Tootin. And you got to worry about Trevor Lawrence running. He has 9 rushing touchdowns this season. He's made so many effective plays with his legs. That's what's like frustrating if you're playing against Trevor Lawrence. It's not like he's out there leaning on himself to run the football. It's like he gets you with a run when you think you're about to get a stop on that offense. It's very frustrating. I think he's very smart about when he runs the ball, and he runs the ball very effectively in the red zone. If the Bills, though, if they have success rushing the ball against Jacksonville, it sets Buffalo up to get to the Super Bowl. Because if they can run on Jacksonville, they can run on anyone. And if they get to the Super Bowl and got to play the Seahawks, then you got a little bit of confidence that you can run on them as well.
Yeah. So
I love James Cook, man. He is dynamic. Yeah. I think they need to lean on him.
It's going to be a fun game, though, man.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a really good game. So this is a really good matchup. Eagles 49ers. I got Philadelphia.
I do too. We in clickbait, I let everybody watching vote on the poll, and the Niners won with like 57% of the votes, which made Scooter very happy. But I feel like the Eagles are going to win this game, and I think it's because this is a bad matchup for the 49ers offense. I think Vic Fangio's had the Niners number. I was reading about how Kyle Shanahan wanted to hire Fangio.
Frauds.
I think that's when Fangio took the head coaching job in Denver, if I'm correct. But it might have been a little after that or before that. I can't recall. But I don't like that San Francisco couldn't score more than 3 points against Seattle.
Yep.
I think it's going to be equally challenging against Philadelphia. And this game has the potential to be very good, or we could be looking at a 10-7 finish.
Yeah. I mean, listen, both teams will hate each other at least.
49ers 2 weeks ago when Purdy had back-to-back 5 touchdown games.
Yep. Ty, I was looking for a Broncos fan to be on my podcast, and the Broncos subreddit recommended Brandon Perna, and that is how we met back in 2015. Yes, there's a couple caveats. One, it's just if Philadelphia, if they're going to do anything in these playoffs, it's because of their defense, right? Like their defense has been the staple. The one Achilles heel they have is that their run defense is not good. They're ranking 22nd. You saw the Bears run all over them, right? If CMC can get going and they can control the clock and they don't have to throw the ball a ton, I can see the 49ers winning this football game. But I think Philadelphia's secondary is really damn good. On top of that, they're a top 5 defense in points allowed. And as you just mentioned, we saw what happens when a defense shuts down the 49ers offense. Because even though the Eagles offense is not bad, right? Even though the Eagles offense is bad, they're going up against a very bad defense in the 49ers. So if there's any chance for them to score, it's against this defense.
Yeah.
So I think there's just too much in Philadelphia's favor that is preventing me from picking the 49ers to win.
Yeah. The craziest thing that could happen in this game is the 49ers are down by 7 points in the fourth quarter and they win. Kyle Shanahan is 1-39.
Yeah.
When trailing by 7 points in the fourth quarter. If the Niners are going to have a chance to go all the way, and they do, I think they have to be trailing by 7 in the fourth quarter, and they have to overcome that hurdle.
There you go.
I
like that. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Again, CMC can run, and they control that clock, they're okay. But I don't know, man. If there's a day for Jalen Hurts to have a big game, it's probably this game.
Yeah, I feel like Hurts, Barkley, it's tough. It's a tough matchup for the Niners. I feel like the Niners would have preferred to play anybody other than the Eagles in this game.
Yeah. Again, unlisted, their offense is very good. Don't get me wrong. And getting Trent Williams back, that's going to help. But their defense, man, they're going to go as far as their offense is going to take them.
Yeah, I don't think the Niners are a sleeper team. I think when their offense is functioning at optimal levels, they are a top 5 team regardless of their defense. They can outscore anybody. And I had them at 1 in the power rankings on week 17. And then Seattle silenced them just completely. And then I'm like, okay, they've got a flaw and we know what it is. If their offense gets slowed down, I don't think they have the defense to keep them in it against the top tier teams.
Yeah.
But if Brock Purdy's throwing 5 fucking touchdowns, yeah, they can win.
Steven, got nothing to lose, man. You're heading into the playoffs with, hey, this year turned out pretty good.
The Panthers upset the Rams this weekend.
Yeah. Won the division. Walking with a losing record. What do you have to lose, man?
Yeah.
You won the freaking South for the first time since 2015. Rock out, man. That's what the playoffs are for. Like the Commanders, I don't think anybody anticipated the Commanders making it to the NFC Championship game last year.
No.
Right?
Get in, make some noise.
Top 3 games this season ranked. Oh, I don't know.
Broncos
I mean, again,
over the Packers.
what?
Broncos over the Packers.
That
Broncos
was-
over the Commanders. Broncos over the Giants.
Bills Ravens is still up there from Sunday Night Football. Honestly, I will say Steelers Ravens was really fun on Sunday night. Then maybe Seahawks Rams from Thursday night. Yeah.
There's been a lot. Yeah, Seahawks Rams, I think might be the best one.
Blue Chew Elf song on Family TV got some reactions.
I'm the Blue Chew Elf. We're the Blue Chew Elves. We're gonna get your beep hard. They got to bleep it out for the commercials, you know.
There you go.
But then we got what? Patriots Chargers?
Sunday night, Patriots Chargers. Another excellent game. Like I can see this going either way. The Patriots on paper are a really good squad, but they have gotten a lot of criticism about who they faced this year. Now they're going up against a pesky Chargers team.
Nasty defense Chargers got. I confirm I hate their defense because it is nasty.
Right.
They play everybody well, that defense. They're
top 10, baby. And like in every category, like top 5 passing defense, top 8 run defense, and they're 9th in points allowed.
We're going to see what Drake May looks like under pressure. The 2 games where Bo Nix was pressured the most this season were both times against the Chargers. And the Broncos have the best offensive line in football, both on a pass pro rate, a pressure rate, and their run blocking, supposedly. But so a very good offensive line in the Broncos, just call it top 3.
Very true.
They struggled twice against the Chargers. The second game against the Chargers, they didn't even have all their starters out there on defense. So I'm curious to see how the Patriots offensive line handles the Chargers and their ability to pressure Drake May. I think that's where this game's going to be won or lost, and that's on both sides of the ball because conversely, the Chargers have the worst offensive line going into the playoffs. And the Patriots have Milton Williams back, who has made a difference. They were the other team before Milton Williams left with injury. They hadn't allowed like a 100-yard rusher or maybe even like a 50-yard rusher. I forget what it was. They had a crazy rushing stat. That kind of changed for a little bit there. But I'm going to take the Patriots to defeat the Chargers.
Because that's what you want.
No, well, I don't trust the Chargers line in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think their deficiencies there. I don't think Justin Herbert can overcome them in the postseason. If he does, it's going to be incredible for his legacy as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, the Chargers right now, like that is their weakness, right? It's that O-line and just trying to protect Herbert. And I think because Herbert, they're right in front. It's like Herbert and then it's May of like most sack quarterbacks. I think there's like 2 above them, or like they're 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. Because they both are getting sacked a whole bunch. Like this could just be like a nasty defensive performance where you are seeing like a 10-6 game. Yeah, I can see the Chargers upsetting them too. I picked the Patriots to win. I just think they have a lot going in their favor, and especially getting some guys back. But yeah,
it's a fun game.
It's gonna be a fun one.
I love this matchup. But I think the Pats will win.
I got Pats. I got you, dog. And then finally, Steelers Texans. I got the Texans.
Yeah, me too.
Steelers getting DK Metcalf back. That will help, right? But they're the second best defense in points allowed. The Texans. The Steelers are 17th, and I know that like the Texans have no run game whatsoever, but that defense is going to keep them in a lot of football games.
Yeah,
like a lot. And I will say, like, even the Texans turned it around. They ended as a top 15 team in passing and a top 15 team in scoring. So, yeah, I like the Texans here. I think they can force some mistakes. If they can get after Rodgers, I think it's going to be an issue. There you go. So put some feet to the fire.
Feet to the fire, huh?
But yeah, it's going to be a fun one, man. Playoffs are finally here. And then after that, dude, like this weekend's so crazy. And then we have 4 games next week, and that's it.
I know.
It drops off.
I know.
So much.
I just want to know if the Broncos are playing Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
What are we playing? What day are we playing? What day are we playing?
We'll see, Matt.
Who are we playing? I don't even care. I just want to know the day.